I don't know about you, but I really love creating, making videos, streaming, and just having fun with games online. But the problem is, my studio's, well, it looks boring. Making content and doing voiceover in my little studio space, it just looks a little bit dull and boring. Over the last few years that I've been doing some content and voiceover work, I've had the pleasure of working with lots of different content creators who've got some pretty amazing spaces to work in. So you can see here a mix of colours behind them, things up on shelves like collectibles and other items, all of which I've got, but they just end up being inside a box. I really want a space to show off some of those things and of course create a functioning office space for me to work and create my own content. And if it looks anywhere near as good as some of these creative spaces, I know that I've done something pretty good. So inspirations aside, let's have a look at what I've got to work with. I've got a garage space just at the end of the garden, and inside is just about anything really. Surfboard, bikes, roof racks, you name it, I've probably got it hidden in there somewhere. It's a lot of rubbish and a lot of it needs to go. So first job here will be cleaning it all out. Let's take a look at the space that I've got to work with overall. So using some specialist design software here, I'm able to show you the kind of space I've got to work with and where about things are going to go. So first of all, there's a door at the very top. That's the alleyway that you walk down to get in. Then you got the front of the garage at the other end, and I want to make a little space so I can access the garage from here as well, but then have a hidden workspace behind a wall. It's going to take up just about a third of the garage to separate it all. And it still needs to be a functioning garage so I can store all my bikes and other things as well. I need to have a really good think about how this plasterboard is going to be attached to the wall, because this is a single skin garage. That means that there's nothing but one layer of bricks between myself and the next door garages, and of course nothing outside. Hopefully, because I'm a middle garage, it's going to be a little bit warmer in there. But I do notice that because of this, the inside gets a little bit of condensation on the walls. That means that it gets a little bit sparkly. So I need to be very careful that I'm not just going to throw a load of plasterboard insulation on something that's going to get all damp and wet. Now, as the garage still needs to be a functioning garage for storage of tools and bikes and other things as well, I need to maximize the space that I've got in the office to fit all I need, while also making sure there's enough space for all the other rubbish. So with a little bit of hired help, I was able to get rid of the majority of the rubbish, which gave me a lot more space to be able to work in, move some shelving around, and then get an idea as the amount of space I'm going to have. In my next video update, I'm going to go through some of the things that I'll need to do in order to get plasterboard up on the wall. That means building a stud wall, filling in space with insulation, as well as filling in some fairly big gaps here. I've already boarded up the roof in the past to be able to store things, so I'm hoping it's not going to be too much of a job to shore everything up and get it ready for putting up some stud walls. Thanks for stopping by and checking out the video. If you've got any suggestions of your own for how I should go about this task, or if you've done anything similar, I'd love to hear about it. So make sure you hit it up in the comments, and don't forget to hit that follow button for some more updates.